The brightest stars in the galaxy are on Planet X.
Hey everybody, Outback Zack here in Dana Point. And look, I got to tell you, on my adventures for this show, what can I say? Dana Point is absolutely on my top 10 list, and it's way up there. This place, it's just fun. It's got a great energy. The spot we're in right now, I felt it as soon as I got here, and I hadn't even really looked around. This place is magical. So I highly recommend you bring yourself, your family, and everyone you know to this place.
Over here on Planet X.
Hi there, Lance Jost here, addressing Planet X. Just wanted to let you in on this wonderful opportunity where we are celebrating the life of Hobie Alter, who is the inventor of the modern surfboard, the inventor of the Hobie cat, which is what we see behind us, one of the largest selling boats of any kind of all time in all history. Besides him originating the modern skateboard, he also originated the modern surfboard with technology converting from old balsa, heavy balsa to foam. We have Hobie to thank for it. And so today we're honoring Hobie. When I realized a couple of years ago when he passed that somebody needed to properly honor him, so we approached the city with the idea, and in time it built interest, and everybody realized it was the right thing to do. And here we are with the Hobie statue gracing Dana Point, giving credentials to the origin of modern surfing. All happened right here in Dana Point. Everybody thinks it was Huntington Beach or Seal Beach or one of those places. It was right here in Dana Point where it all started. This is Lance Jost, and you're watching me here at Planet X at the Hobie Memorial in Dana Point, California.
Planet X TV.
Can you hear that? The oceans are talking to us because they need our help. They're in trouble, but we can help them by winning victories against overfishing, pollution, and more. We need our oceans. Oceans could help feed more than 1 billion people and are home to most of the life on the planet. Visit oceana.org and join the campaign today, because everyone can be an ocean hero.
Our professors have performed extensive research by watching numerous episodes of Planet X TV with its many annual reporters. Our psychiatrists here at the Institute concur with one clear diagnosis. Planet X has a severe multiple personality disorder complex thingy blah 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 blah. In order to significantly reduce this problem, our viewers should watch Planet X as much as possible for several years until the symptoms seem to substantially subside blah 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 blah.
Planet X TV.
Hey viewers, this is Zack Heart. I'm here in Dana Point at the Oceanic Institute. I'm here with Dan, who is the director. Dan, tell us a little bit about the history of this place. What do you guys do here?
Oceanic Institute, we've been here since 1977. We focus mainly on educational programming for both schools and the public. We get about 125,000 people per year coming through our facilities. Behind us you see a replica of the brig Pilgrim, which is the ship that Richard Henry Dana Point's namesake, sailed from Boston to Alta, California in 1835. Right now we do school programs on this ship as well as our other ship, the Spirit of Dana Point. Today you can see behind me a lot of our volunteers doing some amazing work just to keep this boat going for school programs.
So Dan, there's obviously a lot of extra history here besides the boat. Tell us about the surroundings, how it all started here.
Yeah, well, right here where we're standing right now in 1835 was called San Juan Bay, and when Richard Henry Dana came here as part of the hide trade with the rancheros in San Juan Capistrano, he docked out into the ocean, came in, collected hides to bring back to Boston for manufacturing purposes. He worked really closely with the ranchers and sailed from Boston around Cape Horn on a ship very similar to the one right behind us here. So we're in a great spot. This was originally called Killer Dana Surf Break, one of the most famous surf breaks. You can see it in Endless Summer. And in 1967, they actually built this jetty here, which took that surf break away, but gave us this beautiful setting. And we do a lot of sailing and great recreation right here in Dana Point.
They destroyed the surf break?
They did destroy the surf break, made a lot of surfers pretty upset, but also gave people like Hobie the opportunity to build their sailboats and really progress paddleboarding, sailing, kayaking throughout this area.
What sort of numbers do you have coming in as a tourist venue?
Just for the public, we can have up to 250 people during our really busy season coming through our marine labs inside, doing things like squid dissection, seeing some of our aquarium. We were just lucky enough to get $1 million donation to refit one of our labs to do horn shark research and have the public actually be part of that as well.
Wow.
So we're in a great spot here doing marine research, maritime history, and really showing people what Dana Point has to offer.
That's great. And now I hear that you guys have also got shark feeding and jellyfish feeding.
Yeah.
Oh, tell us about that.
Yeah, on the weekends we're completely open to the public. We have the jellyfish life cycle, and people actually get to be involved and meet with some of our aquarists and see how we care for the animals that we have on site here. They get to be part of the feeding of the jellies, which is a really unique, odd way for things to feed. Yeah. Great thing for people to see. And then be part of our shark feedings as well. We have sharks that are found right off the coast here, not quite the big ones like the great white. No great whites in our facility here, but some of the smaller sharks, horn sharks, guitar fish, things along those lines. Those ones. We don't have little guitars on those, but they look really close to what a guitar looks like, just swimming around a little bit. Yeah.
So tell us a little bit more about your school programs and the outreach.
Yeah, so we focus a lot on reaching out to different school programs throughout Southern California. We have schools come as far from Dallas, Texas to join us on some of our programming. We do overnight and day trips, again, focusing on marine science as well as maritime history. About 125,000 kids per year come through our programming. Wow. We have a program set up where we collect donations to bring Title I students into the area here. And that's one of my favorite things. You see kids that live 20 minutes from the beach but have never had the opportunity to see the ocean. We get to put them out on the water, get to have them be part of the ocean and be researchers and mariners and sailors for the day, and really be a life-changing experience for them. Show them what kind of jobs and careers there are in the sciences and maritime, and really kind of change their worldview.
That's fantastic. So how do you arrange those programs with the kids? How do you get these inner city kids that have never seen the ocean before? How do you actually get them out here? How did you arrange that?
We work really closely with all the school districts in the area, and we work really closely with the teachers, the principals, the office managers, and arrange for those different programmings. We have great donors in this area that support us directly and support directly to those schools. We have a great team here that reaches out and is in contact with teachers, parents, school boards to bring those kids to this area. And that's one of the things we're really mostly proud of.
Now, you've got a fleet of ships here. So tell us what they're here for and what you use them for.
Yeah, as you can see behind us, we have the Brig Pilgrim. That's typically used for dockside programming. We have the students come on board. They actually spend the night and reenact what it was like to be Richard Henry Dana in 1835.
How do they do that?
We have our staff.
Do they put like
They have
a hat?
We
Oh,
have
really?
our staff in full costume. They are living in 1835 when the kids step aboard this ship. We have the kids focus on the teamwork side of things, the communication and leadership skill side of things as well, and kind of feel what it was like to man one of these ships as you go from Boston for 2 years and sail to Alta California in 1835. We also have the schooner Spirit of Dana Point, which we do sailing programs on. We do day sailing programs for schools. We also do 3 to 5 day trips over to Catalina Island and then sometimes the Northern Channel Islands as well, and get students the opportunity to see them. We also have our research vessel where we do trawls and we do scientific research, partnering with places like Scripps Institute of Oceanography, We have our volunteers help manage that program, and then we bring the students out on those as well. And again, make students those researchers for the day and really show them what it takes to be part of those kind of systems and really be the next scientists of the future.
That's fantastic. And what age group are they usually?
We do our living history programs are typically 4th and 5th grade students. Our marine science programs are everything from an hour-long kindergarten class through high school and college age.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so we hit all the different grade levels, which is great.
That's great. Really good. Really good. Hey, Outback Zack here with Planet X, right here in Dana Point, having an amazing time at this absolute go-to place, and we'll be right back after this short break.
Planet X TV.
International Surf Properties, known as ISP, part of the Coldwell Banker Brokerage Network, is on a mission to help ocean sportsmen and enthusiasts purchase their dream properties in tropical, world-class surfing and fishing destinations around the globe. ISP was founded by international real estate expert Jim Abig and Hall of Fame surfing legend Henry Ford. For decades, they've traveled the globe, surfing world-class waves, immersing themselves in diverse cultures, and establishing an extensive network of international real estate associates. Today, ISP has associates and consultants serving clients in numerous exotic regions all over the world. ISP represents buyers and sellers in all sorts of property needs, be it a small dwelling or a full resort. Join ISP for your own exotic adventures in real estate.
Planet X TV.
Here in Dana Point, Planet X has really made its mark, but I just need to fix this. What would you say would be an easy way for viewers, for students, anyone to actually help what you're doing here at the Institute?
I think one of the important things is for everybody to realize how important the ocean is to everything we do here. People don't understand how much oxygen is actually produced by the ocean through the kelp forest. Being socially aware and conscious of how their lives impact the ocean, from everything from using reusable grocery bags to not using plastic straws, doing the small things to help conserve our ocean resources is really important. Every single person can really have a huge impact if we're all looking at it the same way.
So how do people, anyone that wants to get involved, to volunteer, just to be a part of, this amazing project, what you're doing here, what can they do?
The best thing to do is visit our website, which is oceaninstitute.org. We have over 200 volunteers that support us throughout the year. They do everything from the maintenance on the tall ships, woodworking, learning how to use their hands to sail some of these vessels, to taking care of our fish and our aquaria, to working the front
That's
deck.
what they would want to do.
Yeah, it's a really
They
fun
go for
place
that.
to volunteer for sure.
Yeah.
We got everything from 14-year-olds helping us out to 95-year-olds that are here volunteering with us. You could become a member of the Ocean Institute, help support our mission and our goal of using the ocean as the classroom, really inspiring the next generation of conservationists.
That's fantastic. There are a lot of places to volunteer, there's wildlife sanctuaries, and kids, especially kids, even adults, are naturally attracted to animals. Oh, yeah. It's like, because they're so fascinating. It's like, what the hell is that? Why is it doing that? Yeah. And this is a perfect place for them to really get the hands-on experience.
Yeah, it's a perfect place for people to start out and really dive in and see what it takes to be a researcher, to be a biologist, to be an aquarist. Great place to kind of start off your learning experience.
Exactly. Yes, exactly. A great place to start. So it's a big mission of Planet X to really get kids out there, away from technology. It's amazing. The kids of this generation, I think they even call them the millennials, because unless they can make something happen with the press of a button, they're like, I don't want to know about it. They're just, and it's like, it's just, what is it, dumbing down this society. So what would you advise, what would you suggest that, that people could do to help with that?
Well, I think just getting as many experiences as possible. You could watch a video of a whale on your phone, but there's nothing like seeing a whale breach when you go out at sea. And that's something we do here at the Ocean Institute. Again, we get about 125,000 students per year that have never seen the ocean, which means they've definitely never seen a whale. And we put them up close and personal with our scientists to teach them about whales and really inspire them to gain those experiences that they're watching the videos of.
Yeah.
Why not go do that for yourself and put them in that spot where they can be the people that are making those videos rather than the ones watching it, and that's what's really important.
Yeah, that's great. You can't get better first-hand experience than that. So I've actually been quite impressed by the diversity of the species that they have here, the marine life. It's an amazing place. They are really doing things a little bit different. They're a little bit outside of the box, which is always great because everything gets locked in. They have a lot of different ways a lot of different angles to teach us. And that's really important because things get old, things get boring, and we need to keep people's attention. And they're really doing a great job of that. And it's all about ecology, you know, keeping this world of ours going and all the life in it. Our friends at SEMA have a really important message, and that is to preserve our oceans. It's a legacy. We just met with Dan from the Oceanic Institute in Dana Point. Really fabulous stuff what they're doing there. There's a lot of philanthropy going on, so that'll be interesting to see. But fantastic stuff they're doing. They're really, trying to make the world a better place. What they're doing is helping people to become better people. And it's moving conservation along, which is a big area for me. But that was a great point for us, and we love meeting them. Hey everybody, Outback Zack here with Planet X, and in the beautiful Dana Point, California, having a fabulous time at this absolute go-to place. We'll be right back after this break.
Planet X TV.
Can you hear that? The oceans are talking to us because they need our help. They're in trouble, but we can help them by winning victories against overfishing, pollution, and more. We need our oceans. Oceans could help feed more than 1 billion people and are home to most of the life on the planet. Visit oceana.org and join the campaign today, because everyone can be an ocean hero.
Our professors have performed extensive research by watching numerous episodes of Planet X TV with its many, many online reporters. Our psychiatrists here at the Institute concur with one clear diagnosis. Planet X has a severe multiple personality disorder complex thingy blah 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 blah. In order to significantly reduce this problem, our viewers should watch Planet X as much as possible for several years until the symptoms seem to substantially subside blah 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 blah.
Planet X TV.
Well, Hobie Alter means a lot to this community, and so the idea was brought up by all the people who know Hobie, who worked with him, who I want to say grew up with him in building his business here, and they came up with this idea to honor him because he's such a big part of this city. So went out with the idea, had to raise money, had to pitch the idea, and worked very hard to make it a reality. Got the support of all the people you saw here today, a lot of private donors, also the city, but all the work that was done that went into this, really the credit goes to the people who knew Hobie best and worked with him, lived with him, played with him, surfed with him, sailed with him. The city of Dana Point obviously has a long history going back with water sports. When we talk about surfing, before the harbor was built, everyone has heard hopefully of Killer Dana and knows what a great surf spot that was. So in the early days, we'll say 50s, 60s, surfing was really such a big part of this community that it drew people like Hobie Alter and all the other champion surfers that you heard of that were announced today. They all were here and they all came together. So it has to do with everything you might imagine: the geography, the water, the weather, the people. I served in the Marine Corps, and so I got to know this area got to know Camp Pendleton. So I fell in love with the area. I knew Dana Point. So when I got out of the Marine Corps, I knew there was one place that I wanted to make my home, and that was here in Dana Point. So I moved here with my family, got involved with the community. It's everything that I could hope for, and set down permanent roots here. And fortunate enough to now serve on the city council and serve as the mayor. We're very pleased as a city that this memorial is here in Dana Point. You can see again, we're standing in a park that we've unveiled this memorial. There's going to be other statues throughout the park. This is just one thing. Over here, we have a new housing going in, providing more access to the beach. You can see the bridge behind you, gives you good access to the beach here. There's a lot of great things happening in the city. The city is continuing to move forward and building on our heritage as a surf community, as a quintessential Southern California town.
The statue was actually an idea from one of Hobie's friends, and just shortly after he passed away back in 2014, they came up with this idea of having a memorial. And so here we are about 3 years later, and they have a full-sized Hobie 14 with full-sized Hobie on there with a sail, all in bronze. It's astounding how they've done this whole thing. So the Hobie company started in 1996, and it actually started just close down the beach here. They put 6 brand new first production Hobie 14s on the beach at Pochi, and they sailed up here to Dana Point and back again, and that was really the genesis and the start of the Hobie Cat company. So we've been in business for like 50 years and 4 months exactly. I happened to be around when he launched his Hobie 60 powerboat, and they had to bring this thing down through the middle of Dana Point and take it down to the harbor and put it in. And I just happened to be there when they pushed that off into the water and went out for the first time. That was pretty exciting. The company, as many companies do, has grown into a number of different product lines. We still do sailboats, we do surfboards, we do stand-up paddle boards, stand-up pedal boards, pedal kayaks, fishing kayaks, just all sorts of things. So we're kind of a multi-water sport company nowadays, worldwide. Hi, this is Doug, and you're watching Planet X.
Planet X TV.
International Surf Properties, known as ISP, part of the Coldwell Banker Brokerage Network, is on a mission to help ocean sportsmen and enthusiasts purchase their dream properties in tropical, world-class surfing and fishing destinations around the globe. ISP was founded by international real estate expert Jim Abig and Hall of Fame surfing legend Henry Ford. For decades, they've traveled the globe, surfing world-class waves, immersing themselves in diverse cultures, and establishing an extensive network of international real estate associates. Today, ISP has associates and consultants serving clients in numerous exotic regions all over the world. ISP represents buyers and sellers in all sorts of property needs, be it a small dwelling or a full resort. Join ISP for your own exotic adventures in real estate.
If you wish to appear on Planet X TV or to get more information, please email us at info@planetx.tv.
Blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah.
I had a great time right here in Dana Point, and where are we? Right here on Planet X!
TV.